Looking for the ultimate country hideaway, we found it in Saddle River, New Jersey. We're about to take you inside this exquisite estate. How many square feet is this house?
Approximately 25,000.
Wow.
And that includes 6-bedroom suites, a private studio, and maid's quarters. But this is a custom designed waxed bronze staircase, and the finish on this is just spectacular.
Wow.
And it's not something that you see anywhere.
So is this a modified fleur-de-lis over here?
Yes, yes it is. And again, it brings the French theme throughout every aspect of the house.
This $30 million home is filled with Parisian charm. One of the first things I noticed was the wood in the kitchen. It's literally one of a kind.
It's wormy pine, and they actually don't make it anymore.
Really?
So this is probably one of the only kitchens like this that you will ever see.
I was amazed at this ceiling. It's made of authentic reclaimed barn beams from the City of Lights.
A lot of the features in this house are salvaged from old barns and from various antique fairs in Paris.
So tell me about this room.
This is a sunroom, and the name sunroom doesn't really do it justice because this is an all-weather living area, which is nice. You can open up this entire wall of windows and basically have all of the conveniences of your great room on your patio. And it has a hand-painted ceiling, which really adds to the feeling. It's a comfortable space to enjoy the spectacular view that you have on your patio. And you can do it completely unobstructed in this room.
So this is a 17th century fireplace?
Yes, and this is one of my favorite pieces in the whole house. But the reason that I love things like this is that it really adds to the authenticity of the feeling of being in France and being in a chateau. You don't see items like these every day. Even in the nicest homes, you won't find a fireplace of this caliber. What
was the process of getting this over here? I mean, did they go and pick this out specifically? Were they looking for 17th century fireplaces?
Yes, well, they were looking for fireplaces specifically, and what they did is they'll spend a couple weeks in France looking for particular items, and then obviously they have to measure them for size, but they go with a color scheme in mind and certain items, and they bring back 100 pictures, and then the homeowner will go through and decide what is the most special to them, what will make their house unique.
Wow.
And I would have to say the homeowners picked some of the best pieces I've ever seen for this home.
And if you're going to import French fixtures, why not take it a step further and transport an entire galleria?
And this entire basement is supposed to look like a street in Paris. So we have hand-painted murals throughout to really give it that feeling of a butcher shop and a bakery. And all of these, a jewelry store.
So this is a jewelry store in Paris?
Correct.
This is unbelievable. I guess France isn't so far away after all. You can walk the streets of Paris without even leaving your house.
Right. Well, they took pictures of a lot of different stores, antique shops, and that's what they used as inspiration for all of these.
And just when I thought I couldn't be more impressed, right around the corner I discovered a home theater that literally blew the competition away. So this is the award-winning movie theater?
Yes, it was designed to be an Art Deco style theater, and it did win an award for Best Home Theater. This is a really interesting room. This whole house was an opportunity for us to exercise our artistic abilities, and the trim work in this room is really, really spectacular.
Yeah, I noticed the ceilings are very unique.
Yes, these are all wood moldings, and everything is hand-painted, obviously, and decoratively painted, and it's just, you don't see a theater like this even in the finest homes.
Prized electronics and 8 different light settings to fit any mood. The Gamers Arcadia is right down the hall. Imagine having an arcade in your house. And when you're at play, the options are limitless. There's a remarkably distinguished billiard room, and it's perfect for working on that A-ball. And there's a card room built with cognac and cigars in mind. The room even has a built-in ventilation system to take the smoke right out. And if it's golf you're after, it's time for me to work on my swing. Indoors. Just in case you need to relax your sore muscles after 18 holes, there's a sauna right next door. So this is the wine cellar?
Yes, And I love this room because, again, we have a lot of reclaimed features. We have reclaimed parfoy tiles. We have the reclaimed beams in the ceiling that were hand milled to look like this. You have barrels that we purchased at the flea markets in Paris, and we cut down to fit here. These were actual wine barrels used in old estates in Provence.
So they actually went to Paris and picked out these wine barrels and brought them back?
Yep.
And what is this an old gate?
Yes. Again, all of these items and the gates by the front are 19th century French gates.
So can you tell me about the ceiling?
Yes, again, this is the same kind of wood that you would see in the great room area, but this is a more rustic style to go with this particular room. And of course with this table. This is just a great place to have a social gathering. And all of this custom ironwork is phenomenal as well, because even though these are new, they were done to go with the theme of everything that is vintage in the room. This is the more formal wine cellar, but there is actually a refrigerated tasting room on the first floor.
For storing the finest wines, this room is temperature controlled. It looks like you have everything you need right here, from enticing French appeal to the Garden State's quiet countryside. Well, that's all we have for you today on Behind the Gates. As for me, I think I'll take this one. We'll see you next time.